Hello and welcome to the new vlog. This vlog's slightly different this week. It's a photo challenge from the collaborators group, which you've obviously seen. I've done a few of these before if you look back through the video history. This one's been set this week by Tom O'Neill, and this is quite a clever little challenge. It's to use our digital cameras like we used to use the old-fashioned film cameras, 35mm film cameras back in the day, as they say these days. Well, the idea is set your DSLR to JPEG mode, set your ISO to whichever you want, basically 1.2 or 400 ISO, and then from there take your photographs, maximum of 36. So obviously with those days it was 12, 24 or 36 pictures per roll of film. So the idea is treat your DSLR as though it's a film camera with a roll of film in it. So select your ISO and away you go. You can also change aperture and shutter speeds as you go. You can change lenses, but you cannot change your ISO midway through the shoot. And in Tom's words, whatever you get out is what you display. If you get a failure, you get a failure. In the old film days, you couldn't go back and redo it. If it came back from the developers and it was black, fuzzy, you name it, it was in the bin. So the same idea goes with this. We can take up to 36 pictures, and if we get 2 brilliant ones, great. If you get 36, you've been really lucky. So to start the challenge, a couple of pictures I've just taken there. The first one you actually saw at the start of this video was, hand on heart, a raw picture taken as a test shot. But the rest from now on in on this video are all JPEGs as per, and unfortunately I've had a very busy month leading up to doing this video, and this very nearly didn't get done. So the idea today is to actually use my DSLR to photograph a film SLR, and I used to have years ago. I've not used it for a little while, and I actually found a film still with it unused and unopened, so slightly out of date, but they reckon the films don't deteriorate that much, so I might just throw it in and give that a go as well and bring that back as another video in a few weeks time. But for now, get some shots as per the rules of the film camera. See you soon. Okay, I hope you can see there the setup. There is the old film Canon D3000 EOS 3000 with a 35 to 80mm lens on the camera, and an 80 to 200 sat next to it. And there's an old Fuji Superior Extra 400 ISO 24 exposure film, which I think I will put into the camera after this challenge is over with, and we'll go and use it and see what happens, and maybe show you them in a future video. One thing I did forget to mention is we're not allowed to do any editing of these pictures either, so literally what comes out of camera is what we can use. So no Lightroom, no Photoshop, no Snapseed, no nothing like that at all. So here we go for the first JPEG image. It's all set up, ready to go. You see my camera here, DSLR. We are on JPEG mode. We're on 1 second, f5.6 at ISO 100. 2 second exposure. And that doesn't look too bad from the back of here. Because obviously we're not allowed to do any tweaking with it all. So when we get it onto the big screen, we'll see later on what it comes out looking like. But, I'm going to take a few more, and I've got a few little things I want to try with this. I've got a light box here I'm going to use, which is not used yet. So we'll do some maybe some macro shots of the camera and things like that, but obviously we'll video it all as we go, so you can prove that I'm not actually cheating. Bring you back, we've got some new scenes. Okay, so as you can see, I've now put the Canon inside the light box. At the moment, got no lights on there at all. I'm just taking a quick image just to show you as a stills image. of what I can actually see going on down this part of the shoot at the moment. And I'm now going to plug it in and put the lights on, and hopefully we'll see quite a big difference. So bring you straight back. Okay, so you can now see that the lights are on inside the light box. Just powering out off my Windows PC at the moment, but any sort of phone charger would do as a connector for it. And you can see the camera there now quite well lit up inside. And I've just taken stills with this one, and then I'm going to switch over to the macro lens and try and do some detail shots inside the light box, and we'll see what comes out. And there you go. In fact, there you go. There's the first ruined shot, and I'll put it up to prove it to you. Completely overexposed because I didn't check the shutter speed with the the lights being on. So just to prove a point, and I will show you that one when we put the video up. Bring you back shortly. Okay, as you can see now, I've put my macro lens on and gone in quite close onto the front of the smaller lens, the 35 to 80, and I'm going right in on the detail, and you can probably just about make out in the back of the camera here. I've got the Canon zoom, which is obviously right down this part of the image. Oh, you can see better from down there. This part of the image down here. I'm actually doing, just purely using the light from the light box to get the exposure on this. And I'm still on ISO 100, you can see here in the window. I'm now on f11 and 2 seconds exposure. So let's see what happens with this one. Here we go. 2 second exposure time. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. You can, the image come out reasonably clear, so I'll keep playing around with the macro and see how we get on. I'll bring you back shortly with some more images. Okay, I'm not sure if you can actually see on this little camera or not, but this little light box, it's only 20 centimeters square, not a very expensive piece of kit really at all. Comes with this set of 2 LED strip lights up inside the roof, and I've just turned the back one off, so you can probably just about make out there's a little bit more darker shadow on the green through the back of here than there is in the foreground down through here, and it actually gives a bit better light on the camera, the subject inside. I've just taken a picture there now of the EOS 3000 badge on the Canon, which I'm quite impressed with, so I'll put this up for you now, and along with a couple more, and we'll keep having a play around and see what we can come up with. I'll have to check how many pictures I've taken. I think about 6 so far, so I'll bring you back shortly. Okay, as you can see, I've changed the beige background, beige background to red now, and slightly changed the composition of the picture a little bit. Still on my macro lens, so in nice and tight and close, and just some little bits of red popping through just to help with a bit of contrast within the picture. So let's see what happens with this one. I haven't tried this one yet, so here we go. Still on 2 second timer, still on ISO 100, f20 and 3 second exposure. Yep, I quite like looking at the back of the camera, so hopefully you'll be seeing that very shortly. Okay, I've now switched over to my wide angle lens, which is my 10 to 24, and you can probably just about make out in the back of the camera there. I'm at 24mm, so I'm as tight as I can get with this particular lens, and it just lets you see the whole setup within the light box and what's going on. So I'll just hit the shutter now and let's see what we get out of it. ISO 100 at f5.6, and a 2-second delay. 1/6 of a second image, and yeah, that's not too bad. It's quite like the look of that one. So a couple more and then we'll wrap up. Okay, so that's the end of the challenge for me today. I think I've just counted 19 images, including the couple of failed ones along the way, so I'll put them all on and into the video, so nothing hidden. You get the bad ones and the better ones. The gooder ones, where's that come from? Yeah, the better pictures, and obviously a couple of fails are in there as well. I know all for definite. This is all just seen on the back of the camera at the moment, but that's it. I can't do any more. All I've got to do now is upload the video and see what happens. So good luck to everyone else involved. I know there's 3 or 4 people having a go at this one. I nearly didn't make it, but Tom, this is my contribution, mate, for all your efforts for setting it up in the first place. So good luck to everybody, and see you on the next video, hopefully very soon. Bye for now.